Good morning, everybody. The best in the area. We are excited to share the WCBI Viewers' Choice winners all this week with you. We begin with the Columbus Urology Group, winner of Best Urology Clinic. Wesley Barrett and Kimberly Robertson are here this morning. Both are nurse practitioners with years of experience. Thank you both so much for being here, and congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Let's begin talking about what you do in your practice as urologists. Patients who come to see you, what are usually their ailments? Why are they coming to see you? We'll start with you, Kimberly.
So we are just a general urology clinic. So we see everything from prostate issues, recurrent urinary tract infections, kidney stones, hormone replacement therapy in men, and everything kind of across the spectrum.
A lot of what you see, as we were talking before we came on, have to do with urinary problems. What if there is a patient, someone out there, you're getting older, you're finding yourself having to get up more often at night to go empty the bladder. Is this normal, or does this mean I need to see a urologist?
Well, some of that is normal. As you get older, your prostate, through hormone changes, starts to grow, and you start developing urinary symptoms. And when they become a nuisance, that's when you need to see a urologist. But mainly from a prostate standpoint, we would like to make sure that people are getting screened for prostate cancer at the proper age and making sure there's no other issues. There's not going to be any early symptoms of prostate cancer in that standpoint. But for the most part, those symptoms are more just of a nuisance, and then you determine when they become an aggravation and we treat it.
At what point, though, do you have men coming in when it's gotten to the point where it has reached the cancer stage? What are they experiencing at that point?
Well, in prostate cancer, you're not going to have any symptoms early. Sometimes the first symptom you may have may be a metastatic bone pain or something like that. So we recommend, typical screening start at 50 unless you have a family history of prostate cancer. Then we would recommend you starting at 40.
Do you have to have a referral to come in to see you, or if a patient is having a particular issue, can they just call your office?
They can call the office and schedule that referral. If they have certain insurances that require that, our front office staff would facilitate that and let them know that they would need to be referred by their primary care physician. And we take self-referrals daily.
Coming in to see a urologist, some of the symptoms that we talk about that people have, people are coming in at something that's very private, obviously, that's happening with your body, something you feel, a little squeamish about talking about. What is it about your practice that helps people to, A, feel comfortable, and then have the confidence that they're going to get the results that they need just to feel better?
Well, I think we take a very personalized approach to that care. It is very sensitive subjects in certain things, especially sexual dysfunction, incontinence, and those things. And some people view that as just a part of aging and don't think the need to ask for that question. But we try to just take it as a sensitive approach and give them an opportunity to understand what their problems are and how we would progress in that treatment process, and so that they can feel comfortable about it.
You talked about having those conversations with your patient and helping them to understand how things will progress. That relationship with a healthcare provider is so very important, isn't it? It goes beyond just, you're sitting in my office and you've got an issue, let me help you.
We feel like when you take the time to listen to patients and listen to that concern and leave that line of communication open, it does establish that relationship to where they do feel comfortable talking about these sensitive issues. And we usually approach it first. And it's a whole lot easier when someone else kind of breaks the ice and talks about their concerns first, and then they're able to open up and talk about that.
Just sort of see the humanity behind the white coat. That's what everybody wants to see. You also said you even treat pediatric patients. You say you go from young all the way to the older patients, right?
We do.
So where is your office located? How can people get in contact with you?
Well, we're located at the same location we've been since 1970. Dr. Gates opened that practice, him and Dr. Howland. So we've been at the same location at 321 Hospital Drive in Columbus, and they can call our office at 662-327-2921. All
right, Columbus Urology Group, best in the category. Thank you both so very much, and again, congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All
Aundrea.
right, we are announcing the winners of WCBI Viewers' Choice. We will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're announcing the winners of the WCBI Viewers' Choice this week. Brooks Grocery is the winner of the Best Grocery Store. Ben Kennedy and Brooks Davis are here to tell us about the family-owned business. Thank you both so much for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's first talk about the history of Brooks Grocery. I love to hear about a good family-owned business, so I'm going to let you get us started talking about it.
We started in 2009 in Iuka, Mississippi, and We grew, we bought a store in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, which is about 35 miles south of Nashville. And then our newest is our ground up store in Tupelo, Mississippi, which we opened in July of 2021.
What made you want to go into the grocery store business, I have to ask?
Well, I was in it earlier on in my life, and I got out for a period of time, and I was deciding what to do. And we have a saying in our business: you either love it or you hate it. And I was one of those that loves it. And we have many associates that leave and go work somewhere else, and they're back. I don't know what percentage it is, and I want to count it up, but it's pretty high, because you either love it or you hate it, and we love it.
Ben, you love it?
I love it. I was one of those that he's referring to there. I started with him in high school, left for a period of time, and now I'm back with him. So.
What did you do when you started in high school?
I was just a courtesy clerk, and I worked my way through the ranks there as a stocker and went to produce and meat department.
Well, I'll ask you, since you started there, you know, as a clerk, and now you've worked your way up, you've probably dealt with a lot of customers over the years.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is that people love about Brooks Grocery?
What
What makes it so special?
I think they love our 128 made right here recipes. We just set ourselves apart with the unique recipes.
Tell us about some of the recipes. Like, what's the most popular ask or request of customers?
Probably our Jack's mix or our chicken salad. Those two are the fan favorites. For
I
sure.
love chicken salad. So what makes your chicken salad special? I'm one of those who likes, I don't like a lot of crunchy stuff in it, but I do like it to get kind of a sweet and salty mix.
Well, we've got Brooks's wife, Miss Lisa. She engineered all of our recipes, and she's got the sweet and salty and the crunch. She's got it down to a T.
And can you find the chicken salad in all the locations?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Are there any differences in any of the locations? Say, for instance, the one that's in Tennessee, is there something different about the one in Iuka?
There could be an item or two that we do that we don't do in another store, but for the most part, especially on the made right here and the top 10, it's all consistent. We try very hard to, you know, where a customer gets a product one time, we are very specific that we want to repeat it because we're very particular with our recipes. Ben mentioned Lisa developed these recipes, they're family recipes, and they're made from scratch, and we take a lot of pride in being very consistent every day.
One thing about being in business is you have to deal with the ebb and the flow of inflation and prices going up and down. But one thing that makes, I think, loyalty remain with customers is when they can expect great service and the sort of family atmosphere you provide. Is that what you strive to do every day?
Absolutely. We have some initiatives that we follow, and we follow very closely, and we try to unload everybody's buggy, and we have a 10.
Oh, I'm driving to Iuka.
a 10-foot rule. If you get within 10 foot of another human being, whether it's a customer or another associate or a vendor, we expect you to speak. And so we don't just say be friendly, but as a result, it becomes a very friendly family atmosphere.
It's a culture. I love that.
right.
Driving the groceries to the car, you don't see that much at all anymore.
Okay.
Well, congratulations to you. Best wishes in the future. Much more success to you, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I feel very honored that we won this 2 years in a row, and it's not because of what I do. I promise you, it's because Ben and his team and 175 associates company-wide.
All right, y'all are doing something right for sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, stay with us. We are revealing more Viewers' Choice winners when we come back. All right, we're back, everyone. From commercial to industrial, he's the man that turns the lights on. Paul Guerry with Guerry Electric is the winner of the Best Electrician in the WCBI Viewers' Choice. Thank you so much for being here, Paul, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You said you were surprised. Why? You've got customers that keep coming back again and again.
Well, I am surprised, but I'm surprised because they voted for me. I'm honored. I'm very honored that they would consider me good enough to win this award.
Well, talk about your business and what your customers think of you and the service that you give them. I asked you before you came on if you had been busy after the tornadoes that we saw, and you said you do mostly a lot of new construction and remodeling.
Remodels, additions. That is by far the truth. I think we had maybe 2 call-outs this year. I mean, after the storms. We didn't go off to Amory. I wish we had, but it wasn't the opportunity for us to do that. But like we didn't have enough to do already. me. But my customers, you talk about the little history of the business. The business has been, this business, Guerry Electric's only been in business 5 years. But previously I was owner in another business. And so I had 30 years experience in running an electrical business. And
when you think about other businesses that you run and running this one specifically, what is the biggest difference for as an electrician?
my guys, my employees, they are the salt of the earth, hardworking, dedicated, good listeners. I mean, they listen to what the customer says. And there's two things that I always like is I like the thrill of the sale. I do like to make a sale, but the other part is a happy customer. And I think all of my customers feel that way, otherwise they wouldn't be coming back.
When they call you and say, hey, I'm building a house, or I'm starting up this new business, when they flip the switch, they want everything to work properly.
They want it to work properly. That's exactly right.
So you say you're always looking at ways to grow, and part of that is training new people to come in and get them involved in the business. What kind of person, what are the characteristics for somebody to work in your line of business, and specifically for your business?
Yes. My response to that is I would rather them not have any training in the electrical business. I would.
Why is that?
Well, because a lot of people think that because their daddy taught them how to make up a switch that they know electrical work. And the truth is, it's very dangerous. It can kill you. I mean, when's the last time that you heard somebody drowned in a house because the plumbing broke? But somebody could die from electrical shock. So yes, I would rather them learn by us teaching them more so than otherwise. Now, that's not always true in every business, but for me, that's what I like. I like the motivation of the person. What are their motives? What are their desires? Where do they want to be? And I have that with these guys. These are people that, and I do want to grow the business at some point in the future. Hopefully, there'll be opportunities.
And you do say they need to be really good listeners. I mean, if you're going into a business that you don't have a lot of knowledge about, and you say you do have some who've come in that have had some experience, but you need to be able to hear from someone who knows and has dealt with customers. Exactly,
and that's where I think that we excel in is that. We want to put that customer first, and that's not a motto of ours, but that is what we want to do.
Guerry Electric has been in business for 5 years. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh, I would see the guys taking the business and me stepping back. But yes, I would see them doubling the size of the business now from where it is now. Again,
congratulations to you. Continue to do the great things, the great work you're doing. Your customers will keep coming back. The business will grow.
My pleasure.
So
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, stay with us. You're watching The Viewer's Choice right here on WCBI. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, everyone. If you want to feel beautiful, and who doesn't, look no further than our Viewer's Choice winner for hair salon. Amber Scott and Rosario Carrillo are the owners of the Hive Salon on Main Street in Columbus, and they are joining us this morning. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. We're ready to get some nice beauty tips for skin and hair, right?
Yes.
All right, let's talk about, first of all, what makes your salon so special. You know, people can go anywhere to get their hair done, but when you find someone who not only does your hair the way you like it, but is good company in the chair, you found the right friend, right?
Yes.
What makes your salon so special?
What makes us great is that we are full service. You can come in and get everything done head to toe. We have Rosario, my business partner. She is our esthetician, so she does lashes, facials, all the skincare things, waxing, everything you could need. And then we have a team of 6 stylists that are all very talented and just with a broad range of skill, with a broad skill set.
When you start talking about styles for hair, I mean, trends come and go.
True.
So are there clients that you have that just have a basic look that they just want to go for and they don't want to veer from it? Or are most of your stylists sort of like, do whatever give me what you want to give me?
That's the best part about doing this for a living is that we get a healthy mix of both. We have some that are regular that have their certain style that they stick to and they don't want to veer from, and then have others that are like, you know what, do whatever you want. I'm feeling crazy today.
Do you ever have anybody come in who has an idea of what they want, and in your head, this is not going to be good for you? Are you honest with them?
Yes, I will always. If I feel like it's going to be, If I feel like it's not going to work, I'm definitely going to give my opinion, but at the end of the day, I'm going to respect what they want.
That's exactly. The client's always right, right?
Yes.
Rosario, you are all about the skincare, the lashes. Let's start with the lashes because there is a trend.
It is a trend.
It is a trend, and some people are sort of the do-it-yourself lasher. What do you say to people who just sort of go to the store, the drugstore, and get the,
Definitely to be careful. I always tell people to be careful when you're doing it yourself because I myself, that's how I started. I glued my eyes shut myself. So
Oh no, you glued your eyes shut?
I have,
Oh no.
yes. And so getting professionally trained or going to someone who is reputable and does a good job, references definitely, and make sure that they know what they're doing and that you feel safe in that environment. That they're
And there
doing
is
it
a
in.
range of things that you can get done with eyelashes. I mean, you can go sort of full on,
yes.
very full, or you just want something that enhances what you already have there.
Yes.
How long will a lash, I guess, a lash job work? Something that I come in to get done, depending on what you get.
Depending on what you get, my services last it takes me between 1.5 to 3 hours to do, depending on what set you're getting. A classic set will be about 1.5 hours, and a more full volume set will be around 3 hours.
Let's talk about the skincare side of things. I told you I have a 13-year-old who is all about skincare. She has this, total thing she does at night, in the morning. She hydrates, she moisturizes, and you say she's going to have beautiful skin forever.
Yes, it's preventative. Preventative is maintenance, so definitely starting now, hydration on the skin and keeping it moisturized. And SPF is very important, starting at an early age because the sun is very strong. So definitely preventative care is really good.
Mother's Day is coming up, ladies. A trip to the salon to get our new look and to get maybe facial would be perfect, wouldn't
yeah,
it?
definitely.
Wonderful. We'd
yes.
love to have you. We do offer gift certificates.
All right,
we
do
do.
people need to make appointments or do you take walk-ins also?
We do take walk-ins. Appointments are the best way to guarantee you'll have a spot, but we do accept walk-ins as well.
All right, well, congratulations again to both
Thank
of you.
you.
You're both beautiful, so there's no
you.
wonder people want to come see you.
Thank
All right,
you.
stay with us. We'll be right back with more Viewers' Choice winners. All right, welcome back, everyone. He is a friend of the TV station and a friend to people living and working in Columbus. Colin Krieger is here this morning. He was voted Best Realtor in the WCBI Viewers' Choice Awards. And Colin, it's great to have you back here.
Thanks for having me.
We see you a lot around here. You really are friends of the
I'm
station.
trying to get out and about and get over my shy streak. So
One of the things I love to talk to you about before we get into you and your work as a real estate agent is your story. You came here after Katrina.
yes.
And you decided to make Columbus home. What attracted you to, you came here because you were escaping Katrina. What made you stay?
Well, it's a river town, so there's a lot of kooky folks around, a lot of interesting people, and I really think the town's improved a lot over the last, I guess it's almost 18 years. So I'm almost from here now.
Yes,
You got to
you're
pay your dues here to be from
To
here.
claim it, you do.
Yeah, and the community, I've never seen a community, it's perfect size that just reaches out whenever somebody's in need, and there's countless examples that we've been involved in, and we're just count ourselves lucky to be here.
No greater way, I think, is there to make friends, family, and become like family than to helping someone find a home. And that's what you have branched off into.
Yes, and so it's been good. I've been in real estate a little over 8 years. It's working phenomenally well. The town's doing good. This new aluminum mill is coming. It's great. The Air Force Base is awesome. So I'm optimistic, and it's really still rolling right along.
What is the advice you give to people, first-time home buyers? I know you see a lot of those, and they don't know where to start. And a lot of times, aside from just helping them through the buying process, you find yourself counseling them a little bit, don't you? Because it's a hectic process.
It's a stressful process. Most of them need to start with a local bank or a local mortgage person because some of the big national things, they may tell them online they're good to go, but they might not be good to go.
Okay.
And
so you give the advice, stay local if you can.
yeah, well, I want to know where the person lending me the money is at 5 o'clock on Friday.
Right.
If I can go find them at Kroger or find them at the baseball field. And again, none of these big national banks, much like the big, weird other mortgage companies from around the world, they're not sponsoring soccer teams. They're not, buying sponsorships for events. And you want to invest your money locally. You're buying a house locally. You wouldn't buy a car from somebody 5,000 miles away, so I wouldn't buy a house with them either.
I talked to the grocers earlier in the store about just sort of the ebb and flow of the economy, dealing with inflation. The housing market has seen the ups and downs over the last several years. A lot of ups here recently. So how's the market now?
So there's a bunch of people staying at home waiting. So if somebody bought a mid-range home 2 years ago at 3% interest, they're probably not chomping at the bit right now to buy a house, a new one. but we do not have enough houses listed. We've got an aluminum mill coming, and you know, everything else that's going on between the air base and Starkville's booming, Columbus is booming, Caledonia's blowing up, Hamilton's doing great. So we've got so many good things going on. We just don't have enough houses right now.
Well, you deal with people who are looking to buy. What about people who are looking to sell? What's the advice you give them?
Make your house as clean and nice as possible. Maybe you can't fix up every single thing and do carpet, but you need to put your best foot forward, because people, you know, they're willing to pay a premium and a little bit higher interest rate. They want to move into a house where they can do things, not where they have to do things.
What are families looking for more than anything now? You say when they're, I mean, I guess everybody has their specific needs that they want, but basically what are families looking for?
So we're seeing several different trends with families, Air Force Base families. We have a lot of homeschool families, so they may want to be more convenient to the, you know, shopping districts and downtown and that sort of thing, and of course invest in the private schools here and the public schools here in Starkville and our whole area. And you know, half the market is basically families, which you say a bigger family, and then half the market are either retired folks. We have a lot of retirees in Columbus, or young single people, and so the same thing in Starkville, Columbus, West Point, all of it. You just see the people are looking, the priorities have changed for younger couples.
Because some people want, you know, the private property with acreage, but some want to be in the hub of a neighborhood where they can sort of build that village around
Oh,
them.
absolutely. The noise of downtown is when I go to bed at night. That's my woodsy sound.
Yeah.
And other people, you found that when we start looking at houses, they may end up being city people. And some people think they're country folks, they're city folks, and some people think they're city and they just want to sit on a porch in the woods somewhere.
Well, you've been making people happy in homes for, you say, 8 years now?
A little over 8 years.
And I think you're doing a pretty good job at it. Congratulations.
Thank you. I
on
appreciate
being
it.
Voted Best Realtor. Good to see you as always.
All right. Good
All
seeing you
we'll
too.
be introducing more winners throughout the week, the Viewers' Choice winners here on WCBI. We're out of time for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.